royal insiders are witnessing an unprecedented schism between King Charles and Prince Harry, with some experts branding the Duke as delusional amid escalating family discord. This bitter estrangement unfolds as Harry battles ferociously for security protection during UK visits, while his father confronts a potentially life-threatening cancer diagnosis. As this royal drama continues to captivate GLL Royal Rift, the escalating tension between King Charles and Prince Harry royal insiders are witnessing an unprecedented schism between King Charles and Prince Harry, with some experts branding the Duke as delusional amid escalating family discord. This bitter estrangement unfolds as Harry battles ferociously for security protection during UK visits, while his father confronts a potentially life-threatening cancer diagnosis. As this royal drama continues to captivate global attention, the father-son relationship appears irreparably fractured. Renowned royal analyst Hilary Ford-Which delivered a scathing assessment to Fox News Digital, declaring that the gulf between the monarch and his younger son has reached catastrophic proportions. She highlighted a particularly devastating moment during Charles's coronation ceremony, where Harry was deliberately positioned several rows back, a calculated slight that broadcasted his diminished standing within the royal hierarchy. King Charles is strategically avoiding any contact with Harry, Ford-Which revealed. It's partly self-preservation against potential legal complications, and partly to shield himself from the emotional devastation these encounters inevitably trigger. She emphasized that the king's inner circle harbors profound resentment toward Harry, viewing him as a liability rather than family. Reconciliation? Absolutely impossible in the foreseeable future, she asserted with unmistakable conviction. The royal rupture extends beyond father and son. Sources confirm Prince William has completely severed communication with his brother, ignoring all attempts at contact and refusing even minimal diplomatic engagement. Harry's confidants divulged that during his 3 most recent UK visits, Charles conveniently made himself unavailable, most notably during Harry's latest court appearance, which suspiciously coincided with the king's meticulously planned state visit to Italy. Perhaps most disturbing, Harry remains desperately uninformed about his father's critical health situation. Despite King Charles receiving his cancer diagnosis last year, he has deliberately withheld his prognosis from his son, leaving Harry to frantically piece together information from tabloid headlines and second-hand reports. This calculated information blackout has intensified Harry's anxiety and frustration during an already tumultuous period. Harry's legal crusade has meanwhile intensified, particularly regarding his demand for government-financed security protection. During a high-stakes 2-day hearing at the Royal Courts of Justice, Harry's legal team argued passionately that the evaluation process determining his security requirements was fundamentally flawed and deviated from established protocols. Although a High Court judge previously ruled against Harry's petition for customized security arrangements, declaring the government's decision perfectly legitimate, Harry's formidable attorney Shahed Fatima insisted that officials gravely underestimated the threats facing her client. People magazine's explosive reporting suggests these ongoing legal battles have exacerbated the already toxic relationship between Harry and Charles. Harry believes that as ceremonial head of state, his father could effortlessly intervene to reinstate his security detail, an assertion Buckingham Palace vehemently rejects as constitutionally inappropriate. The last private encounter between father and son occurred briefly in February 2024, immediately following the palace's public announcement of the monarch's cancer diagnosis. That hurried meeting lasted a mere 30 minutes, with Queen Camilla conspicuously present throughout, underscoring the strictly formal nature of their interaction. Since that frigid exchange, complete silence has descended between them. Sources intimate with Harry's situation reveal his increasingly desperate attempts at communication. Heartfelt letters and urgent phone calls have been systematically ignored. This callous stonewalling reportedly devastated Harry when he learned through media outlets about Charles's hospitalization on March 27th, following complications from cancer treatments. British media personality Helena Char didn't mince words. As long as the litigious and paranoid Prince Harry continues his crusade against the monarchy and his own bloodline, King Charles will maintain an impenetrable barrier between them. She emphasized this protracted conflict inflicts damage on both parties, though particularly on King Charles, who reportedly feels mortified and depleted by Harry's relentless public attacks. Chard stressed that the monarch remains extremely wary of potential legal traps that might spring from any communication with his estranged son. Trust has completely disintegrated within the royal family. Chard noted palace officials refuse to share sensitive information with Harry, terrified it will immediately appear in tabloid headlines or future tell-all memoirs. This paranoid atmosphere has left Harry isolated and desperate for information about his father's deteriorating health. Harry's grievances with the institution stretch back to 2020, when he and Meghan Markle dramatically withdrew from royal duties. Their attorney maintains they felt abandoned by the very institution pledged to protect them. Following their departure, a specialized Home Office committee determined public funding for their security within the UK could no longer be justified. Harry has repeatedly expressed grave concern for his family's safety during UK visits, citing vicious hostility directed at them across social media platforms and through aggressive paparazzi pursuit. He's faced genuine security threats, including alarming declarations from extremist organizations and dangerous confrontations with photographers that have raised serious questions about his vulnerability without proper protection. Despite suffering a significant legal setback when courts rejected his request to privately finance police protection while in Britain, Harry remains absolutely resolute in his mission to safeguard his family. Sources in his circles suggest he believes Charles is deliberately maintaining distance, while palace insiders confirm that reconciliation discussions have completely ceased. Respected royal commentator Ian Peelham-Turner addressed the broader implications of this family implosion. The monarchy's public image demands unity and collective purpose. Buckingham Palace should reconsider viewing Harry and Meghan as potential diplomatic assets rather than embarrassing liabilities. He emphasized family cohesion remains paramount for projecting royal influence globally. While Harry continues yearning for reconciliation with his father, he's equally determined that his children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, develop meaningful connections to their British heritage. Currently raising his family in California's sun-soaked tranquility, Harry desperately wants his children to experience their ancestral roots and forge relationships with their extended royal relatives. A written judgment regarding the recent security hearing is expected imminently. Reports indicate Harry has been profoundly affected by shocking revelations emerging during legal proceedings. The public would be utterly appalled by what's being concealed, he confided to People magazine, highlighting the grave nature of the situation. A source close to Harry's legal team expressed cautious optimism about the case's outcome, noting, Harry remains absolutely unwavering in his battle for security protections and family reconciliation. He feels this is a non-negotiable fight, one he must pursue relentlessly, the source emphasized, underscoring Harry's fierce determination to protect his family amid this royal tempest.